Um, hi, whoever is, oh, Don. Yes, sir, soon come.
Okie dokie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Dion.
Mm?
We well rested and supposed to can understand the work this evening, don't it? That
I hope so. My mind is kind of not here because I was supposed to be home already, and I left
I
my windows open, and I hate leaving. God, please don't make no insect come through the window, please, God.
work it there.
No, I'm by my sister.
Okay, then insect normally come through the window.
Then yes, when rain fall, what we watch though,
Okay, me
and
never see them come
that
through the
get under
window
my
there.
craw.
Because aerosol is harmful to the environment. That doesn't mean that you not can spray the lily roach
Oh,
them.
well, yeah, I said me spray them, of course.
With the regular vegan and so.
Mm-hmm. But me
Them,
just don't want, me not like leave out my window at night.
them need to go on a management a plan. So you know, say when you spray them down,
Mm-hmm.
your boyfriend will tell you that you will have to go back within a week time to spray those eggs because the spray don't get rid of the eggs, you know. So
Yeah?
the eggs that were there, and after a week when you spray them now, actually you have to go back go spray them.
Mm-mm.
Ask him if you think I lie, me I tell.
No, I believe him. I need to ask him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I see. That's why you always say the baby want them.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know which part them lay egg.
You just spray the same area in which the mother and the papa they are along with them enjoyment.
After me never see that part. I just see when one come through.
Any area that you had sprayed before, you just redo it.
Oh, so them eggs very small or something?
You can see it visible. So if you have a manhole, you have a manhole in the yard.
Me have a pit.
So and you draw that they fit there.
Never. It
Okay.
never overflow.
I wish area you live.
Mona. I guess I
Okay.
don't do the much.
I know that you sister. You think I do the full pit? You think I do the full pit?
Our full pit. Our
Yeah.
full.
And I,
Our,
and I do the alone going a pit, you know. So
our
all that
going up.
pit water, the
Oh,
bath water, the wash
oh,
water from the
well,
machine.
no, I don't. My wash water don't go in the pit.
We go out in a yard, go water flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I like when the uptown people do.
So what is man? Girl, uptown I have nothing to do with it. Just have
Eh,
to leave.
which part me live at Portmore, me couldn't do that.
Why?
Eh?
Why you can't do that?
I mean, in a yard.
Ah, Jesus. So why you hold it like that, Hannah? So when they something leak out, why you gonna tell me, say?
That's right, I start it, you know, say. So my boyfriend gone, make him can't come on yet.
I don't know, you know. And sir, him like him a go him late. Me say,
Okay.
Gabby come and gone.
Okay. Okay.
Hold on. Trisha, me can Oh, not Trisha. Hannah, you have it connected to a device, you know. That's why I couldn't connect to it. So I end up have to borrow Trisha something. Your mother sitting. Huh? Me da ask you if you take it up. Me never ever say you never take it up. One person waiting, admit, joining. So why sir never take claim host?
Yeah, them so
Watch
them a
him gone again. Look like how we wanna have class done.
okay, my love, you
So
know, let
one plus one, two. Mean two. 1.5.
it was as simple as ABC and one,
Bring it.
two,
Come
three,
give me more.
five,
Use it.
six.
This what is it connected to? Yes, it is. That's why it's telling me that. All right, go on. Because your mother might need to use. Trisha, you're going to need this. You're going to need this card now. Oh, all right. Go on, Hannah. Go on. Sure. She's being
All right.
her. Hey, my husband, come on.
No man, no man. No, no.
Hey,
This is no. This is. Oh, oh,
Whiskey.
he's there now. Okay.
Uh,
Hey, hey,
Sir,
Dawn.
I'm
Hey,
not.
dear.
Sir, I'm not talking to you.
I know
Hey,
clearly.
Sheldon.
Did you really think I got the
Look,
husband?
You know, no, no. But you see, Dawn,
he's getting it twisted.
I a while ago I just got excited because I thought, she was very excited, but clearly it's not me.
No,
Hi.
no.
Oi.
So
Hi,
she
Shelly Belly.
class before she and her husband
Hi,
and her husband.
Hmm.
hi,
So,
Dion.
Hi,
so
sweetie pie.
I know exactly. I know exactly where I stand.
Is
Dawn.
my husband is in another life.
Oh, bless you. You try to take time to talk before your husband here, yeah?
I'm not at home.
Oh, that's why you can say it so loudly. Yeah, because bad to bad, I wouldn't want to see that one of my students,
And him
gets
jealous, you
missing,
see?
gets missing, and then when I
Jesus.
check a stop noise because of you know
Him
what,
can't do that.
yeah.
Him
So
No,
can't do that. Yeah,
yeah,
man.
I know. What is that little honey name you have for your husband? Tell us.
What is the funny name?
No, man, that little honey name. You know, like everybody have one little honey name what them call
like
them
Poochie,
babes.
No, something about them, something there. My name, him name, what him name?
Tell
okay.
that too boring.
Ask
Gosh, all
her
that
what
too
him
boring.
funny name.
Me can't tell it, come recorded.
You're right.
Yeah, man, cool, cool. Yeah, yeah, me can't. I'm recorded, so me can't say it. On the go read me out. All right, so I Dawn, not Dawn, Dion,
Yeah,
did you send the link? Okay, thank you.
I
I'm kind of
just
late.
did. I just
Yeah,
did.
thank you, dearest.
Boogie woogie woogie in a channel.
All right, so one of my other babies has come back to us, um, Shireen May. Um,
Sir, Mo, I see your face tonight. You see? So you go
uh,
good up.
um, um,
Hotel.
um, um,
Eh? Mo, I see your suntan.
oh
Eh?
Lord.
Sir, you just easy for you to blush and get to
Oi.
You know, um, if I were to, if by the wait on Shireen to join, so yes, I had a little R&R, you see,
Me know. Me see.
and you see it, you man, and
Mm-hmm.
I kind of did
Your
enjoy
butt
myself,
licking, sir. I
huh?
hope that you left everything intact when you left.
But it's not only that. No, well, I was not intact
But
because me, associated myself with a few drunkards.
I saw the red juice.
Yes, man. You must ask what is in it. What was in it?
That looked like a volcano.
Well, it was more the eruption than anything else. So,
You didn't carry any children.
well, I mean, irrespective that I did, I was
So what kind of
all
thing that?
I was all caught up into myself that I'm gonna have me a grown up drink, because I remember I have some people around me who continue to laugh at me that I only drink sodas and water.
That's right.
So I went into the poolside bar,
Mm-hmm.
and I whispered to the bartender, "May I
Fix you
have a
something
daiquiri,
nice.
please?" No, I asked for a
Mm-hmm.
daiquiri. And this
And she
old
look on your body
nigger,
and say,
mm-mm,
no, sir.
no, no man, this old nigger, after me whisper to him, a
Mm.
strawberry daiquiri, please. This old nigger went to the other side of the bar. My youth, where say, virgin or rum? Like, seriously?
I like him.
Said, I said, virgin. And everybody head at the bar turned, and I became the
And
center
look
of
at you.
attention.
Mm.
And
And
one
so
girl
what
bawled out, "Could I look at the big man I drink virgin?" And the whole of the youth them say, "My youth, what kind of something that? Put the rum in it." And I was like, "Okay, how am I gonna get out of this now? Alright, how am I gonna?" I said, "I'm driving up to Kingston tonight,
That's
and
right.
I have to be very responsible driving." And
Mm-hmm.
then the girl turned to me and said, "So wait, and I drive to Kingston tonight too. I ain't problem." And
Mm.
I just say, just leave myself with my little virgin something and just go about my business. So me
Oh,
no take fast, and me I go have something a little
oh,
stronger than the
the
virgin.
sea.
Rotted. I couldn't walk in a straight line.
Oh God, you had to
Most
leave the same day when you had that?
no man, that was the day before.
Oh,
And then what I did now was I was only able to take off a piece of my clothing, and then I fell asleep in the rest.
no,
Just
no, sir. Mm-mm.
yeah. No, I was drunk.
Sir.
Bottom line,
Mm-mm.
I
No,
was
you see
drunk.
me, but that vex with you. God
No, but I
no.
was no, but guess what?
But that
You know,
vex.
so I know my limitation. I'm just not
But
gonna
that
go there
vex.
So,
again.
Dion,
That's it. But that's
Dion,
it. What kind of
Dion,
pop down man
No, I
beside
don't care.
you?
I can't.
Dion, what kind of drunken something you want now?
No, I just can't. I just can't do it. I mean, I, it's up to the following morning. Breakfast almost finishing up. Breakfast stopped serving at 10 o'clock.
Sir, why you drink so much? You
It's
should not.
not. You saw the little something up thing that they saw the little glass, Dion.
That's all you had, sir?
That's all I had, Dion.
No, you're serious, bad. Me things I me did bad.
That's all I
Mm-mm.
had. But
Nah, sir.
and I keep saying, I mean, some of my friends saw it on my post, and my friends said that I am not representing well, and I said, but you guys never taught me what to do. But
What did they give you, sir?
no, what I ordered is me order it,
What you ordered?
Bacardi Gold and cranberry.
Why?
I don't know because everything else it does look strong. So I just tell them, say, give me something. But anyhow, it will not happen again. So I will be fine.
Exactly.
And trust me, I mean, I never walk and see everything around me just spin. Um, Before I
Not
couldn't.
use that tongue.
It was something else. Shireen, welcome, pumpkin.
Hi,
Oh my,
sir.
I'm telling you. So guys, this is my pumpkin from John was a boy. Welcome, Shireen. Shireen, meet
Thanks.
Yeah.
Sheldon and meet Dion and meet Dawn. I don't know which of them you know, Shireen. You know Dion, right?
No,
No.
Dawn.
You know Dawn. You don't know Sheldon.
Right. No.
Yeah, never mind. He's the ugliest one in the
Sorry.
group. But
No, no, no. Hello. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Don't go there.
uh,
I'm
um,
so sorry.
okay, and okay. So let me just tell you, Shireen. So there is we're having a little class husband and class wife something.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Let me take
um,
off my
yeah.
glasses.
So Dion and Sheldon have a little thing going. Dawn
Okay.
is Dawn is. I thought Dawn was on my side, but the other day something happened, and I recognized the allegiance to
Okay.
Sheldon. So there's a strong allegiance,
I have to
Shireen
stick to my
side.
kind.
So
Sir,
it,
I have to stick to my
yes,
kind.
yes, Dawn. Sorry, say it again.
I have to stick to my kind.
I know clearly. So the other day I remember I was alone. So I'm so happy that Shireen is here now that I know I can rally back on Shireen when all three of you take sides, right?
Hey, Nana.
So
You
where's
May,
Gabby? Gabby, you don't see Gabby today? I saw her send
She
something.
came on, and then she went.
Oh, I don't know if any of you guys were sending me a message. My phone, I don't know if it's drunk. My phone get drunk too, but it's really not keeping any
She's
charge.
on now. She's on.
Okay, good. It's
Sir, I'm asking you to claim host, please.
okay.
So I don't
Thank
have
you.
to keep admitting people.
Oh, thanks. Let me just see if I can find that host something. Yeah, my phone is not keeping any charge here, guys, and I don't know if it's a rum that caused it, but the whole weekend it was more dead than alive.
Well, I hope that
The
was
phone
the,
that is the phone,
I hope that was the
the
only thing
phone,
dead.
the phone that is right, just the
Oh,
phone,
okay,
right?
okay.
But it's you,
Dion,
it's
Dion,
you, Dion. You
Dion,
Look
want
here, we're
Jesus?
all
Dion,
married people.
You want
Dion,
Well,
Jesus?
I am Mr.
Dion,
Shandy is here.
Dion. The new name is phone, right?
Jesus
Phone.
for the
Man,
dawn,
why
dawn, like
you
seriously,
calling me phone?
dawn, like seriously. I just said it a while ago that I thought you
Phone.
wanted to be. Oh
Sorry, your
my
phone
goodness.
died. How could you do that? How did you work with it?
Um, so Shireen,
Hit it? Did you hit it so it
yes,
could be
sir.
to life?
it was really nice seeing you today, Shireen, and we know that we're gonna have a good. I'm trying to block out Dawn, Sheldon, and Dion, right? So it was really nice seeing you today, and we know that we are gonna have a fabulous time together. You missed one or two things, but never mind.
Right.
We will send you the notes,
Okay.
right? So
Sure.
yes, please, yes, Gabby.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing? You good?
Yeah, sorry, me get kicked off a Zoom because me and Danny log in early and then I'm not on.
They actually kicked you off.
Who
Mm-hmm.
kick you off?
I don't know. I had to go back on
No,
it.
maybe it's your internet, your connectivity,
Yeah.
because of the heavy rains we've been having. My internet is unstable. I was in class a while ago and I got disconnected because of my unstable internet. So fortunately, the students were
Mr.
still around. So
Sorry, your me that got call you miss a while ago.
okay,
Yeah, you see what you did last week?
yeah.
You have to go over it because
Oh, absolutely. And you notice I don't start the class. I said that I was waiting on Shireen to join, and then Gabby has joined, and that other person I don't think is coming again because this is now week 3, and
hmm,
I have had
it's all right.
um
God is in control.
oh yeah, I've had 3 conversations, not three, sorry, several conversations. What am I looking for? Zoom. Several conversations
Sorry, you
with the
don't
matter.
claim host.
I'm trying to do that when I talk to you, so that's why I was asking what I was looking for. Um,
Participant, and then
all
it's
right,
at the bottom.
all right. So no, man, no. I just did that, but I mean, it's not taking it. I don't know why. Oh, I know why it's
You
not
have
taking.
a
It's supposed to be a
code.
six. No, it's supposed to be a 6 digit, but because a zero was in front of the 6 digit, it didn't. It kicked me out. All right, I'm host now.
You're no host. Thank you.
Right. So, Sir Shireen, I will just let you know based on a conversation that we had with the principal,
Right.
um, the students who are joining this cohort, because they are past students, yourself included,
Yes.
we will get a discount on the tuition for this year. So
Okay.
I spoke with the principal and asked him, particularly for Dion, because she needs a letter to be sent off. The others of you, I was told that just needs to be communicated with to finance, but Dion needs a letter. So I've requested it. I followed up on it, and I hear
And
that
I
the
get it
registrar.
yet?
You don't get it yet.
No.
The registrar had a death in the family, so she wasn't in office. I think Thursday, Friday. Went there today, and didn't see her. But of course, I couldn't call her because my phone was stuck at 2% and just wouldn't move. Um, but anyhow, I will begin. One, two, three, four, five. So it's just that person that is missing. All right, never mind. So if I could just bring up this sort of stuff. I'm gonna go back with through and good thing because Sharon is here, so I'm gonna go back through what it is that we did last class.
Okay,
Um,
sir.
yeah, man. So what we did was to look at the measures of central tendency. The measure of central tendency speaks of calculations of mean, mode, and median. Mean, mode, and median. And what we looked at last week was the measures of central tendency using ungrouped data. So what we looked at, for example, was a series of numbers, like five numbers, and then we looked at the, the mean is going to be adding those five numbers and dividing by five.
Right.
Good. And then now the mode is that we're going to be looking at the numbers, a set of numbers to see which one occurs most frequently,
Most.
and that
Right.
becomes the mode. And then the median is arranging the data into either increasing or decreasing order, and then we look for the value that occurs in the middle.
Middle.
If
Okay,
we
sir.
have an uneven number of numbers, then you're going to have a middle number. But if we have an even number of numbers, we're going to be having two middle numbers, and we're going to find the average of those two middle numbers in order to get the median, right? So that's pretty much
Okay.
something that we have done in it. For those of you who would have done the foundational courses, would have done that. For those of you who did CSET mathematics, would have done those basic stuff. And getting a question on those ungrouped data isn't an issue. Where we had a difficulty last week's class was a little drag. Last week Thursday, to be frank, was a little drag. I mean, I felt drained, and I mean, I felt drained because I got a message about a student who I would have had at the 7 o'clock hour, attempted suicide, and
Okay.
it kind of just disturbed my whole setting. I kind of feel better because the student said to me that, sir, I'm going to withdraw. It don't make sense to come to school. I'm good for nothing. And I said, shut your mouth. Whatever the
Mm-hmm.
situation is, you're coming back to school. And, thank God the student was in class tonight. And, so I'm in a better mood. So I'm going to go back through what it is that we started with last night. And I'm trusting that the rest of you will be with me, because it means that I'm going to be 2 hours behind now. But never mind. Let's go. And not because of you sharing this, just that because they weren't. It. I don't know. There was just a mood, and maybe it was set based on what
Mm-hmm.
I said when I exclaimed when I saw the message came in on my phone. But anyhow, so we're looking at the measure of central tendency, and it really talks about the measure of averages. Are you seeing my screen? All see my screen? No.
No, sir.
No. Okay. Let me share screen. All right. So we're looking at the measures of averages,
Mhm.
and so once we're talking about the measures of central tendency, we talk about our mean, our mode, and our median. Now let's just look at an example like that what we I spoke about earlier. It says the mode from raw data. The mode from raw data. Now raw data is you and I going into the field, and we are counting the number of bottles. We can group the bottles in different size. The 300 versus the 590 versus whatever else it is, the little baby ones. And we can group our data, sorry, not group, but we can count our raw data as they are. So we're calculating the mode from the raw data. Now, the mode is a set of data, and it is the observation that occurs the most. So the mode is the one that occurs the most. It has a highest frequency, right? So the number of plastic bottles collected by a group of environmental studies students is 32, 28, 29,
All
35,
right.
32, 37, 33. Now we're asking what is the mode. Now the mode is going to be the one that occurs most frequently. Which one occurs most frequently?
32.
32. Very good. So the mode here is going to be 32, as in the solution right here. So the mode is going to be 32 because the mode is the one that occurs most frequently. So what about the 28? Now, the 28, the 29, the 35, the 37, and the 33 are numbers
It
that
was.
occur only once. Very good. So the mode is the one that occurs most frequently. Now, be assured that the mode I can have more than one mode. So what if I had another 29? What would be the mode? The mode would be 29 and 32, right? And what if I had a 29 and a 33? Then I'll have three modes: 29, 32, 33. All right. So just remember the mode, and guess what? If I had just 132, what is the mode? Nothing. So you can have a set of data that you don't have any numbers occurring more than once. So it means that the data has no mode. All right, and it can happen. You can have zero mode, you can have one mode, you can have two modes, etc., etc. All right. Now it says the marks in a student's report card are as follows, and I'm asking you to indicate the mode. What is the mode there?
86.
86. Let us see if Gabriel is correct. The mark is 86, very good,
Yeah.
because 86 occurs most frequently. It occurs twice, whereas the others only occur once.
Once.
All right. So the median from the raw data, the median is the middle quartile of a set of data, and it's the middle observation when the data is arranged in numerical order. And when I speak of numerical order, I speak about the number that is ascending or in descending order. So numerical order means that it could be either ascending or descending. All right. It divides the set of numerical order data into two equal parts. So what should happen is that on the left hand side, on the right hand side, should have an equal number of numbers separated by this median. So think of a number line. Think of a number line and think of zero being the median. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on one side, the right hand side. And then on the left hand side, we have -1, -2,
Negative.
-3, -4, -5. Are you following me there? So
Yes, sir.
on the left hand side, I'm going to have um, 5 numbers that are negative because the left hand side of the number line is negative. And then on the right hand side, where I have my positive numbers, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it means that my median there is going to be, and I'm not saying that that is going to be the median because the median is when the data is arranged in order. But I'm just saying when you look at a number line, the point I'm making is that the median separates the data into two equal parts. Just like that zero on the number line, it separates it from the positive numbers to the negative numbers. So that's what the median I want you to, the idea I want you to get. So it divides the set of numerically ordered data into two equal parts. The median, of course, which is the second quartile, and that is denoted Q2. The
Get back
level,
in for me.
the level statistics that you're doing,
Give me.
um, I don't think you will be able to do
Thanks.
a representation of Q2. Q2 will be really, I mean, when we speak mainly of Q2 is when we talk about like the box and whisker plots. And I don't think, based on what it is that I've seen on the curriculum, you will not be required to do the box and whisker. But Q2 is always the median. So it says when numerically ordered data is divided into 100 equal parts, then the division is called a percentile, right? It's called a percentile. Now, a quartile, and you don't have to write because all of this is going to be sent to you. I didn't send it yet because I know I needed to go through it once more with you. So I did not send it. So it says a quartile is a percentile that divides a set of data into four quarters. It divides the set of data into four quarters. And this is how you're going to end up with your Q2. So you'll get your Q1, your Q2, and your Q3. So when you have your Q1, your Q2, your Q3, um, your Q1, Q2, Q3, 1, 2, 3, 4, it actually divides the data into four equal parts or four quarters. It says the number of plastic bottles collected by a group of environmental science students, which is the same question that we read up top. We need to find the median. So in order to find the median there, what we need to do is to put the data in numerical order. And numerical order in this sense means that it is in either ascending order or
Then.
descending. Either ascending or descending. So that's what numerical means in this case, right? So numerical order means that it's going to be either ascending or descending. It doesn't matter which of them you choose. So if Dion chooses ascending and Shireen decides that she's going to choose descending, your answers will come out to be exactly the same. Exactly the same. Either ascending or descending, exactly the same.
Mm.
All right, so we first need to put the data into um, numerical order. So this is how we ordered our numbers: 28, 29, 32, 32, 33, 35, and 37, right? That represents our data. So the point I'm making to you is that we're looking for the middle number. So if you strike off the first one, sorry, if you strike the first one, And the last one, 28 and 37. Then we strike 29 and 35. Then we strike 32 and 33. It means that 32 here is the middle number, and that becomes my median.
Median.
Right. So if you look to the left of 32, that is in purple, you will have 28, 29, 32. And if you look to the right, you'll have 33, 35, 37. So you have an equal number of numbers on either side of the median value. So it says that the median is the middle number. It is the middle number, right? So that's what it is. And then, looking at the same question, read the student's report card. We now again need to arrange those numbers in numerical order. What is important though? We have, in this case, let's go back to this example. In this example, we had one, two, three, four, five, six, seven numbers.
7.
So we have an uneven, or we have an unequal number of numbers, an odd number of numbers, we call it. So because we have an odd number of numbers, it means that the median is going to be a single number. On the other hand, when you have an even number of numbers, say for example 86, 83, 87, that's 3, 4, 5, 6. When you have these six numbers, it means that when you arrange the data in numerical order, that is either ascending or descending, you are going to have two numbers appearing in the middle. What it is? See? The two numbers appearing in the middle will be 85 and 86. Now I
Yes.
need to find the average. So it says there are two middle values. Therefore, the median is going to be 85 plus 86. Then I'm dividing by 2. Pretty much I'm trying to find the average, right? I'm finding the average. And then 85 plus 86 equal divided by 2 will give me 85.5. So the median is this number, 85.5. So
Okay.
again, I will have, so you see I've extended my numbers to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, now 7. So now what I have is I have three sets of numbers on the left hand side and three sets of numbers on the right hand side. All right. So that's how we find the median. And of course, these are just raw data. It is so much easier to work with the raw data. Um, Once it is that you have a small number of data values.
Mm-hmm.
When it is that you have large data values, it is much easier for you to group your data, right? And that's what we're going to be moving into next. So are you all following so far? I know it's a review for the rest of you, but Shireen, are you following so far?
Yes, sir.
Good job. And as I said before, I'll send you the notes. I'll make an effort to send you the notes tonight. I mean, I'll have to split it because I have more than what I'll present to you tonight. And the mean
Okay.
from the raw data, the mean is just really talking about the arithmetic average. Once I speak about the mean, it means that I'm talking about the average. And the arithmetic mean is just, I know when I presented it this way, Gabby was saying, sir, you're confusing me, but this is how we are going to be doing our arithmetic mean. Is the set of data, we're finding the sum of the set of data of all the observations divided by the number of observations. So we are going to be adding our x1 or observation 1. We're calling our observation x. Observation 1, which is x subscript 1, plus x subscript 2, plus x subscript 3, and all the way down to x subscript n. N meaning the number of observations that we have. All right? And this is the same
Okay.
n as this subscript here. So if I have five numbers, it means that this is going to be 5. All right? Now, when I have x1 plus x2 plus x3 all the way down to xn, it means that I'm finding the summation of all the x's. I'm finding the summation of all the x's. See here? Ex is the sum of all the observations, right? So I'm finding the sum of all the x's, and then n is just going to be the number of observations. So let me just add that to the notes. And to say n is the number of observation, observation, the number of observations, right? And this n supposed to be a common n, not what the system wants to give me. All right. So n is the number of observations, and ex is really the sum of all the observation. And I'm going to write something else. X bar is the mean. X bar, that X here with that bar atop it, it
Mm-hmm.
means that it is a mean. That's what we use to denote the mean. Let me just, no, I should just put x bar. X bar is, so x bar is denoting the mean. All right. Um, right. So, okay. So if you look carefully at that, my this sign, the summation sign, the summation sign with the x is saying that I'm summing all the x's. I'm summing all the x's. And then n is going to be the number of observations. Remember, the x's represents the observations, right? The x represents the observations, right? So x is really the observation. So we're adding all the observations, dividing by the number of observations to give me the mean. But the mean is denoted by x bar. The mean is denoted by x bar. I'll come back to that um, notation sometime later when we talk about the mean, because you can also use mu. Mu is another sign for mean, and mu is, well, I'll come back to that a little later when we're talking about population versus sample. All right, so X bar is going to be my mean. Now, what it says here is that the number of plastic bottles collected by a group of the environmental studies students is all of that. And I just, for consistency, just to bring across the point, I'm using the same examples for the same examples for all of them, the mean, the mode, and the median. So we're on to the last one now, when it is that we are calculating that. All right, so hold on. So my principal is calling me to do something for him. So I'm going to use this opportunity to remind him about the discount. So hold on for me, please.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Mr. McCarthy.
Just try to miss a dose of the antibiotic. Do I double up or just I miss a dose of the antibiotic? I miss 3 o'clock today. So is that going trouble a lot? Hmm? Just continue taking it. Okay. Maybe I should just take it when I go home. A little earlier. Well, boy, I have to set the alarm for it. Hmm. But I don't have it now though. At home. So as I reach home, I'll take it.
All right. Okay, guys. So I apologize for taking so long, but I had to before I know what he was calling me about because he called me earlier today to do something for him. So I had to put in my discount before, and I'm happy that I'm being recorded now. So I spoke with him, and he says, Mr. Shand, go back to them, tell them to write the letter for the young lady because you sent me an email and I responded, and your word should carry through. So don't worry about the discount. The discount is there. So
Sir, if they
yes,
make
there
me
is.
miss the opportunity,
No,
I don't.
I
Mhm.
told them, I said that if she
I could
misses,
pay for it.
I said if she misses student's loan, there is no way she can pay the tuition. So he has given me a directive to go back to them tomorrow to discuss the matter, and I will do just that. So, and I know there's one other student who has asked me to give some family stuff because they want to start paying some funds.
Sir,
And let me just before I even continue, guys, let me just say something. Um, what I'm gonna ask, I know the start of this bachelor's um came sudden for many of you, well, all of you, as a matter of fact. Well, maybe with the exception of Gabby because she has just completed the stuff, and maybe Dion too, who wanted to move on to something else. But I'm gonna
Yes,
encourage you.
it's our
I mean, no, um, I'm gonna encourage you. Um, any little metal you have, don't say that you can hold it until you get all the tuition, because you know what happens in at such a time as this. I'm going to ask that you start paying something down on the tuition, because when I lobby on your behalf, I don't want to hear. But Mr. Shandy can't be lobbying on behalf of Shireen for argument's sake, and Shireen don't pay nothing. So
all
I
right,
can say,
sir.
you see the point I'm making?
I have $1,000. Can I go pay it?
Yes.
Yes.
Anyway, sir. I think I will need one of those letters addressed to Dean or Bramfield, the principal of Excelsior.
No problem. No problem. No problem. It can be sorted out. I mean, as I said before, I've committed myself to this group, and my commitment is there. We have 2 more years. I mean, 2 years to complete this stuff, and we're doing it in 2 years. All right. Okay. So let me continue now. So remember now, we are when we're looking at the average. The average is looking at the number of observations, looking at our adding all of our observations and dividing by the number of observations that we have, and that gives our mean. What we do for the mean, we denote our mean by x bar. X bar. Sorry, I should write that right here. X bar. X dash bar. Um, no, sorry, don't do it like that. Do it like that. X bar. So X bar is the note to the mean. All right, so that's why you read it. X bar. So I have this set of data, so all I'm doing is just adding them up. 32 plus 28 plus 29. You notice I didn't even put them in order right here because I'm calculating the mean. I don't necessarily need to put it in order. All right? Any number goes. So I'm adding 32 plus 28 plus 29 plus 35 plus 32 plus 37 plus 33. And I have seven numbers there. Seven numbers. Seven observations. Let me say that. I have seven observations. And I'm dividing the sum, which is 226, by 7. And my X bar is going to be 32.29 bottles. So we had a conversation to say when you're reporting something like this, you really can't go out into the field and find a 0.29 bottle. So what we will do as our answer is to say 32 bottles. We'll round,
Okay.
we'll round our values. If we had gotten 32.5, we'd have said 33 bottles because nobody is going to be drinking from a half a bottle or a 0.29 of a bottle. You can see what I'm saying, right? And one of the things that I need to say to you is that when we're doing our calculation, we need to be able to interpret our data in a particular way. Because when we're talking about age, for argument's sake, age is something that comes with a specific um, interpretation versus, and like a person. So if this was 32.29, you don't have a 0.29 of a person, right? So you would not report 32.29 as your final answer. Yes, you'll write the 32.29, but your final answer, you make a statement that 32 persons were found to be hypertensive. Because you know, um, this this statistics can go a far way. One way you can say the blood pressures of some senior citizens. How many people that know? One, two, three, four, five. Seven senior citizens were taken at a health center, and their blood pressures were recorded. And you record their blood pressures, and then you find an average blood pressure. You can find the average blood pressure to say, on average, the blood pressure is 32.29. That is fine. But if it is that you're taking the ages of these senior members, nobody is 0.29 of an age. Because put it this way, say Shireen is still 16 years old, but her birthday is tomorrow. Her birthday is tomorrow, the 21st of October. Geez, my cousin's birthday today. Thank you, Lord, for reminding me. See the time of the day I'm not saying happy birthday, right? Um, Even though Shireen's birthday is tomorrow, Shireen is still 16 years old today. True or false?
True.
Yeah, man.
True,
So,
sir.
yeah, man. So you see, so some people will say, "Oh, I'm 16 and a half years old," or that don't make no sense. I remember, one of my little wards. I said to him, I said, "How old are you?" And the boy again said to me, "I'll be 17 next year." So I stop and say, "Rockstone." I saw, I saw all in be. He must 17 next year. And then when me check a stop, the boy was 15 currently. His birthday was coming up, that him going to turn 16, and that the following year, in truth and in fact, he would have been 17 next year now, right? So,
You skip a lot of
no,
dates.
because the boy want to sound big, right? So put it this way. So if any of you, say for example, Dion, your birthday is November, right? And come November, you're going to turn 30, right? So you're 29 now, You're 29 now. November you're 30. Next year, 2021, you're 31. So you can say to me, "Oh, I'll be 31 next year." So, "How old are you, Dion?" "I'm 31 next year." So when you say 31, you actually push up your age, so you actually sound older than you are. And when I look at it, I say, "Boy, I wish month you born," and then tell me, I say, "You're 15." I said, "Why you want to sound bigger than you are or older than you are? You're 15." Then am I not 17 next year? I said, "You're right, but you're misleading." And this is one of the things that we speak about when we're talking about in the next section, when we're talking about the abuse of
Of
statistics.
statistics.
Yeah, man, how we abuse the data because we can't say something because technically he's not wrong, He's not
Mhm.
wrong. But what it is that he's reporting makes the data seem now that he is a 17-year-old, when in truth and in fact the boy was only 15. Little boy. All right? So that's what that one is. And of course, the to calculate the mean of the other one would have done the same thing, right? No, the difference with this one here, it says the marks in a student's report card. We will keep this as 85.17 because you can have a 0.17 of a mark. So 85.17 is what it is that we will keep as a student's mark. If it was age, we can't keep it. If it was a
An object.
person, yeah, an object,
Character.
we can't keep it. But marks, yes, we can keep it. So you will now have to look at it to say, can I keep or should I discard? Should I round up? Should I round down? All right. So and then we look. I won't go through these examples again. Then what we do, I will go through all of these examples again. Shireen, when I send you the document, I'm gonna ask that you go through, and if you are having any difficulties going through, then you and I can have a private conversation, right, Sher?
Okay, sir.
Sir, where are you sending these documents?
I'm gonna send it tonight. I didn't send it because
Where?
sorry, where? Sorry, forgive me. I'm gonna send it via WhatsApp. You can email it to yourself, just by whatever it is, sharing it to your email. But I'm normally
Oh,
send it via WhatsApp. All
the
right, so
group WhatsApp?
the group WhatsApp, yes, on.
Okay.
Matter of fact, Dion, this was already sent in the group. This first piece here was already sent in the group.
Oh, I have to look back.
Anybody saw it?
Sorry, you didn't resend it. You said you were going to resend it, and you didn't.
No, but what I'm saying, it was previously sent in the group. That's what I'm saying.
I remember seeing the definition for mean
It was sent the 14th of October
and
at
the
4:40 a.m.
password.
But you were in the group on the 14th, Gabby, so you should have seen that one. It was sent on the 14th of October.
No, sorry, Metro, so we see the one where I give the definition for mean and so
Yeah, I
on,
see it. I see
the
it.
past
Right.
activity.
Okay. Yeah, man. So I'll resend it so that Shireen can um can have a look at it. Let me just see how far that one went to. Um,
You want me to resend it, sir? Would it be
uh,
better?
please and thanks.
Okay.
So this document that I've now completed is what Dion is sending, because I'm not going to go through those examples. Sherry can look at those. If you're having a difficulty, the answers are there, Sherry. If you're
Yes,
having a
sir.
difficulty, just send me a message. I know you
Uh,
won't in any event.
yeah. Okay
And,
then.
right. And then that one ends there at the 54.94. Thanks, Dion.
Welcome.
All
Okay.
right. Okay. So now, what I'll be doing is, that was just a recap of what it is that we did um, some time ago. What I'll be doing now is looking at the estimation of the mean using our grouped data. The estimation of the mean using our grouped data. And I want us to have um, a better view of it tonight than we did last Thursday. So, estimating the mean from the group data, and we looked at a review of what it is that we just did a while ago. That I won't go through because we just did that review a while ago. All I would say to you is what I said was Sheldon counted 21 water lilies and the number of mosquito eggs found embedded. So we had a list here, 59 all the way up to 67. This data was not arranged in numerical order. So it's really raw data that we're looking at. And this is why it says review of the central tendencies from our raw data. And that is very important. Let me just highlight it. It's the raw data that we're looking at. And the question asks us to determine the mean, the mode, and the median. In looking at the solution, the mean, of course, x bar is the sum of all the observations divided by the number of observations. So it's 53 plus all of those, then we can get 1289, and there were 21 observations. So we're dividing that by 21. And when we do that, we're going to end up now with 61.38. So x bar is 61.38. All right.
8.
So however we interpret it, because really and truly we can't have a 0.38 of an egg, so we can say it's 61 mosquito eggs that were found. But we're not doing the interpretation now. We're just trying to get the principle of calculating the mean, the mode, and the median out of the way. All right. And then now we're talking about the mode. The mode is the one that occurs most frequently when the data is arranged numerically, either in ascending order or descending order. And I chose to put it in ascending order, I think. Yeah. So it's 53 the lowest, all the way up to 70. Then we are looking now to see the ones that occur most frequently. So if you look at it, you recognize that 56 occur twice, 58 same,
Yeah.
59 the same, 61 the same, 65 the same, 68 the same, but 62
62.
occurred 3 times. So 62 will be the mode. And the median, again, the data again will have to be arranged in order. So once it is that they ask you to calculate the measure of central tendency, you can just go ahead and just put the data in numerical order, because you know at some point you have to do that. And then the median is going to be the middle number, the one that occurs in the middle. So you must have an equal number of numbers on either side of the
Both
median.
sides.
Right. And then when you look at it, you'll recognize that you were told that you have 21. So if you have 21 and you subtract 1 from it, it means that you're going to have 10. I mean,
Yeah.
20, sorry. I mean, 20 divided by 2, you're going to have 10. So you have 10 on either side. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and on this side we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you'll end up with your 21 data, and on either side you have an equal number of data. And because this is this is odd, you know that you just have one value in the middle. Had it been even, would have had to have two values, and then we find the average of those two values. That would give us an extra number, so to speak, in our data set. Now, this is where we need to move now into the group data. So we're able to calculate the mean, the mode, and the median from that raw data. And this was just a review, as it says here. Review of the review of the measure of central tendencies from the raw data. We are now going to be looking at our group data. And it says the range. Very important for me to talk about the range. The range is determined by subtracting the minimum value from the maximum value when the data is arranged in numerical order. So we need to calculate the range of the data. First, we must calculate the range of the data. And the range of the data is going to be um, the maximum value. So the formula here, the range of the data is going to be the maximum value minus your minimum value. So the range of this data is going to be 70 minus 53. Look at it. Okay, we don't reach there yet. So it says to calculate an approximate group size. So we're looking at the group size because once you're talking about our grouped data, we need to talk about our group size. But before we talk about our group size, we need to talk about the range because we are going to be using the range in order to calculate our group size. So it says to calculate an approximate group size, we're going to divide the range by how many groups you would like. How many groups would like, and then it says we're going to round up to some simple value. So for example, if when we divide or when we do our calculation and we got 1.83, irrespective of that, we're just going to round it up to 2. All
2.
right? Right. Now, not because this is greater than 0.5, because look at this one. This is 4.26. But because we have more than 4, we have to round up. So we can call it 5. So we use 5 groups instead of 4 groups for this one. All right? So I remember when I did this, Dion was saying, but sir, you always tell us that if the value is more than 0.5, 0.5 or more, you will add 1 to the number. So this 1.83, Dion was seeing clearly when I said 2 because she was rounding off this thing here, but we're not rounding off, we're rounding up. This 4.26, Dion said, sir, why are we not using 4? Why are we using 5? Because we are rounding up, we're not rounding off. So rounding off is different from rounding up. When we round off, it is greater than 5, greater than 0.5, we add 1 to the power. When we round up, once we even get 4.01, we are going to call it 5 because we're rounding up the value. Fair enough, D? Rockstone, Dion gone? Dion? Dion? Okay. Shireen, are you here?
Sir,
We party gone?
I was here. You not seen my picture? I
Oh,
went
because you're.
like this.
Oh, sorry. No, you see, because I using my full screen, I didn't put it. Okay, thanks, Dion. All right, good.
Okay.
But you get the explanation. I just did again. Right, we use 5 instead of 4.
Yeah.
All right, good job.
But when would it be for again? When it's just
Rounding off. This time we're rounding up. When we
yeah,
round
but when do
off,
you, in that situation, when which number would it be for me to keep it at 4?
when it is
If
less
it
than
was
0.5.
when it's less.
Like in this case, if I was rounding off OFF, this answer would have been 4. But because I'm rounding up, I am
Oh,
going to go up to the next one.
okay.
Right. All right. So it says that now to obtain 4 groups, we're going to calculate the range of the data. So this is what I was saying to you. So it's going to be 17 minus 53, which is going to be equal to 17. And it says, recall that the data must be in ascending order. Right. Now I want 4 groups. I want 4 groups. That's why I'm dividing the 17 by 4. Now I get 4.25. What am I rounding up to?
Sir.
Yeah.
Oh, you're taking away the largest from the smallest.
Very good.
Okay, I remember now.
Very good. And I'm dividing by 4. Why am I dividing by 4 again?
So
Are you
because of the
dividing by
two
what?
Because
groups.
we rounded up
Because I want 4 groups.
4 groups.
I want 4 groups. That's why I'm dividing by this 4. So when I divide 17 by 4, I'm going to get 4.25. Now when I round up, how many groups am I going to have?
5.
5
5
groups, because I'm rounding up.
and up.
So the group size is going to be 5. I'm going to have 5 groups. Now look at what is going to happen. I'm having 5 groups. So I'm deciding now to myself that I'm going to be using 51 to 55. So call
Yeah.
itself 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. So there are 5 numbers you're going to include, and these are numbers that are inclusive. So 51, then 52, then 53, then 54, then 55. Those will be 5 numbers in one group. All right? Then we're moving to the other group. 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, which is another 5 in that group. Then we're moving to another group. 61, 62, 63, 64, 65. So when you count inclusive of the lower boundary and the upper boundary, so the 51 is called the lower boundary and 55 is called the upper boundary. So when we include the lower boundary to the upper boundary, it simply means that we're having 5 numbers.
Yeah.
51, everybody get that?
Mm-hmm.
But no,
Yes,
what is
sir.
what is true in
Keep
all of
it
this?
down. Keep it down. All right. Sorry, scroll down.
Oh, keep it down. Careful now.
Yeah.
So what is important in all of this is that my throat is dry. I soon get up and go drink something, guys.
Hmm.
What? Oh Jesus! What is important in all of this is that your group size must be consistent. So you can't have one group size
With
that is
5.
4 and another group size is 5. It has to be the same number when you look at your group, the size of the group, or what we call it now, the width of the group, width. The width of the group must be equal. All right? So 67, 68, 69, 70, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70 is also 5, and 61 to 65 is 5. Now, you may be wondering, where did Sir get this frequency of 2? I'm looking in my arranged data, my numerical order data, to see how many numbers lie between this 51 and 55. 51 and 55, see? 2. So
2
what about 56? No, that is outside of my range.
outside.
Right. So 53 to 55, 53 and 55, it will be 2. Let us look now at the 56 to 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
6,
7.
7.
Because the 6 is inclusive, and that's how I got the 7. And the 61 to 65 inclusive is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's how I got the 8. And then the 66 to 70, there's no 66, so I'm going to move to 67, 2, 3, 4. And that's how I get those 4. Right? But look at what happens. When I add up all my frequencies here, I'll get my 21, which is the number that I originally started off with. Because the question did say that Sheldon picked up 27,
20,
21. Where was it?
21.
Sheldon counted 21 water lilies. So the frequency must come back to what? The amount that Sheldon collected, the 21. If when you checked up your frequency, you got a number that is outside of what he would have collected, it means that you did not record something properly. And you just have to go back into the data and look at it. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, 12 minutes past. All right. So it says suddenly all the data value gets lost. And I want you to follow me this. I think this is where I lost you guys. Dawn, are you with me, honey?
Yes, sir.
Gabrielle, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Sheldon, are you with me?
Following.
Good job. Sher, you there, right?
Yes, sir.
And Dion, are you following?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Very important, guys. I don't want to lose anybody. Hear what I'm saying to you now. Suddenly, and I wrote the notes in such a way as if I'm talking to you. So when you're reading for yourself, it feels so familiar um, to read. Suddenly, all the original data gets lost. All the original data gets lost. And you will say to me, sir, where them last go? Because right here, you're only seeing two for frequency, but you don't know out of these five numbers from 51 to 55, which two other numbers fall inside here. So you don't know for your liking, it could have been two of the numbers in here could have been 51. Two of the numbers could have been 55, or one could be 51, one could be 55. So the original sense of the data gets lost. Because remember, we start with 53 and 55.
Mm-hmm.
We can no longer, from this here, say that we have 53 and 55. So this is what I'm saying to you that suddenly all the original data gets lost. Only the group data survived. The question is, can we calculate the mean, the mode, and the median from just the table? And the simple answer is no. Well, not fully no, because we can, but not accurately. We can only make estimates. So, what I'm saying, the point I'm making is, remember we did the question up here using our original mean, mode, and median from the raw data, and
Mm-hmm.
we got the mean to be 61.38, and we got the median to be 62, and we got the mode to be 62 and the median to be 61. Here, so
Yes, sir.
this is accurate up here, so don't here so no, because the data is group is only going to become estimates. Estimates. All right, but guess what? Your estimates will be very close to your actual. Your estimates will be very close to your actual, and it's a promise that I'm making. Your estimates will be very close to your actual. All right. So work with me. And if I'm moving, if you're not seeing something, don't let me move on before you say to me, sir, I'm not seeing this. It's important that you make all the connections. 51 to 55. 51 to 55. It says groups 51 to 55, 56 to 60, 60 to 65, and 66 to 70 are called class intervals of width 5. So those are my intervals. And the width of my intervals would be 5. So the width is 5 and of my class intervals, right? Now, the midpoints are in the middle of each class. The midpoints are in the middle of each class. No, didn't say this the last time, but I'm going to say it now. It's when you get your group data at the middle number we want, the midpoint, the average. Do me a favor. Add 51, this 51, plus this 55, and divide it by 2 and tell me what to get, please. 51 plus 55 equal, divided by 2, tell me your answer.
106.
Divided by 2,
Fif-
Leon.
Oh, divided.
53.
53. See here? I got 53 right here. So the midpoint is really the average that we're calculating. The midpoint, not the average, sorry, the mean. Yeah, same difference. Average mean. That's what we
Mm.
calculated. So do 56 for me and 60. And that's the last example I'm going to do before I move on. 56 plus 60. 56 plus 60. Divided by 2 and tell me what to get. 58. And that's the 58 we're talking about right here. Very good, Sheldon. And that's the 58 we're talking about right here. So when we're talking about midpoints, it means that I'm using for my class interval, I'm using my lower boundary. And this
Yeah.
the first one is my lower boundary, and I'm adding it to my upper boundary. When I add both boundaries and find the average, divide it by 2, then I'll get my midpoints. And this is how I get the 63, and this is how I get the 68. Trust me on that. All right? Now watch what I'm going to happen now. These are the mosquito eggs from what Sheldon found under the lilies. These are the frequencies. Look at how now we're going to incorporate. It says we can estimate the mean by using the midpoint. So we can
Yeah.
estimate the mean by using the midpoint. How do we do this? And I'm going to give you 3 little things or 4 little things. We're going to think about 7 water lilies in the group 56, 60, in the group 56 to 60. All we know is that they amount to between 56 and 60 mosquito eggs. We don't know as I said before, maybe all 7 of the lilies contain 56 mosquito eggs, which is the lower boundary. I can say maybe all 7 of the water lilies contain 60 mosquito eggs, which is the upper boundary. Or here's another plausible one. It is more likely that there is a spread of numbers, some 56, some 57, some 58, etc., etc. All right? But so it's one of 3 things that can happen. But whatever happens, what we're interested in is the midpoint of our data. The midpoint of our data gives us the mean of the data, and it's the mean of the data that we're going to be using to calculate, or the midpoint is what we're going to be using to calculate the mean. Let me say something that I don't want to confuse you. You notice I keep saying mean. Right, by the cursor is still right here by R-A-R-E. I was going to put some parentheses there and put the word average or mean, but I don't. I decided not to do it because what it is that we're calculating here is the mean, and I don't want to use the word mean, and we don't yet calculate the mean. So which is I chose the midpoint. But just to let you know, once we're calculating the midpoint of our class interval, what it is that we're doing is actually calculating the mean. We're calculating the mean because we're adding the lower interval, the lower boundary to the upper boundary divided by 2 to get the midpoint of our class interval. And the midpoint of the class interval is really the mean of it. But we're not going to use mean, we're going to just use midpoint. All right? So it says we're going to take an average and assume that all the 7 counted at 58. Why 58, sir? Because we are using the midpoints. We are using the midpoints. Watch me now. I'm creating a new table. So instead of using this as my mosquito eggs and putting my class intervals, I'm now going to just put my midpoint and my frequency. What's your out? Supposed to be hour. So our thinking is 2 water lilies counted 53 mosquito eggs. So that's what we're saying. We're saying 2 water lilies counted 53 mosquito eggs. 7 water lilies counted 58 mosquito eggs. 8 water lilies counted 63 mosquito eggs. 4 water lilies counted 68 mosquito eggs. That's what we are saying. That's what we are now saying from the data, from the group data. And listen what I'm saying to you. In other words, we are imagining that the data looks like this. How much 53 we have? 2. We write down 253. How many 58 we have? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many 63 we have? 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 468. So this is what our new data look like. And this is why, right throat, this is why I say to you that we're calculating an estimate of the mean. And why I'm saying estimate, I think I did copy this the last time. Yes. Why we say, let us compare the raw data. Look at why I'm saying estimate. Because I have a 53 here, then I have a 55. Now, based on this table that I have here, there's no 55 in the data. So I'm throwing out the 55, I'm only using 53. So right there and then, my data value gone down right there. So, but hold on, sir. 58, 58, 58, that's 758 and a half, sir. Only 258. But so we have 256. You see the 59 and the 59, if you take off one of the 59 and one of the 59 and one of the 60, the average will come out to be 58. So that's why we're using 58. So this raw data, this is the raw data that we have here now. That's the raw data I wrote back to show you. This raw data now differs from my grouped data. And this is why now this, in this case, the raw data will give me my actual value when I calculate it at the 61.34, I think. And this grouped data is not going to give me the accurate or the actual. It's going to give me an approximate value, but the approximation is going to be very close. Why then, sir, is the approximation close? The approximation is close because I'm using the midpoints. Watch me. It says then we add them all together and then divide by 21. The quick way to do this is to multiply each of the midpoints by the frequency. Watch me. So the midpoint I'm going to call F, X. The frequency is what I call F. This here, this table is the same table as I have right here, with the exception now that I put in a new column to say midpoint times frequency, which will give me this F times this X. I want you to do me a favor. I'm going to go and get something to drink. I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. I want you to take your calculators and I want you to do these multiplication for me to see if what it is that I would have multiplied here, you get the same answer right here. Give me a few, please. All right. So did you get all the numbers for the midpoint time frequency?
Yes, sir.
And when you add up all of those, you got the 1288.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is what is going to happen next. It's now then going to be your estimated mean. You notice I'm not calling this X bar because it's not an actual mean that I'm calculating. It's only an estimated mean. This estimated mean is going to be 1288 divided by 21 to give me 61.33. That 61.33 is going to be compared with 61.38. You see how close it is?
Mhm.
61.33, 61.38. All right. Um, I'm going to stop here for this section. I'm not going to do the median from the group data. I'm stopping right there, and then I'm going to give you um mm, 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 mm. I'm gonna give you this here to do for me to calculate the mean. Remember what it is that we need to do to calculate the mean? What do we do to calculate the mean? I want somebody to walk me through how it is that we're calculating mean from the group data.
You're
I'm doing
gonna
it differently from how I
add.
did it last time. Go ahead.
You're gonna add for the first one, for example, 150 plus 154,
Mm-hmm.
and then you divide that by five.
Bye.
Five.
Mm-mm.
Sorry, two.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then you'd get the
The point.
They?
you, you'd get the what do you
The
call it
midpoint.
again?
The midpoint.
The
The
Midpoint.
midpoint.
midpoint. Yeah, the
Right.
midpoint.
You'll get the midpoint. All right, do me a favor. And then now when you get the midpoint, you're gonna have the midpoint. You already have the frequency. You're multiplying the midpoint by the frequency to get that column over here. You're gonna add up that, and you're gonna add up your frequency, and then you divide both to get your answer. On your mark, get set, go. Start for me, please.
Okay.
Hey, who doing that? Who is doing that?
Ooh. Are we okay?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Yes, mommy.
Honesty, you not all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Dion, you all right, mom?
You take out the calculator.
Sir, I'm trying. I think I get a little
You take out
confused,
the
but
calculator.
I'm trying to work it out.
Don, how are we?
I'm going along, sir.
Nice. Sure, how are you?
Fine, sir.
Nice. Shelly, Sheldon, how are we? Oops. Sheldon?
Sir,
Mm.
I got 170.6.
170.6?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Okay, let me check to see if you're right. When you turn around, you're standing here. Sheldon, finished? Alright, so whoever else is finished can just let me know so we can just double check what Gabby gets.
170.6.
Okay, that's what Gabby said to share. So let's just check. You said point 0.6, right, Gabby?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so Dion, Don, and Sheldon. We're just waiting on you three to see if you get the same 170.6. Then I'll
Sir,
double. Yes,
it's
Dion.
me not like when me try work it out and Boy, I know me slow, but me
No,
can't.
Dion,
I
don't worry.
confuse
No,
me.
no, 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 no. Well, guess what? Just
So,
put a block. No, I was the one who asked him for the answer, no. So it's me must cuss. But what I'm saying to you is put a
well,
block
I'm
to it.
cussing you then, sir.
Okay, and,
Respectfully.
and that's fine. But I need to find out that people are working. So that's why I asked the question. So the next time I can mute your ears. Just
Yeah,
continue, man.
mute
And
my ears.
yeah, just continue working, man. The race is not for the swift. It is for those who can endure
Okay,
and
I'm trying
endure to
to
the very end.
endure.
Right. I don't understand. Don and Sheldon gone silent on me.
And I'm still working it out.
No, but we want to hear from them. Oh my goodness. Tomorrow's the 21st? Oh, damn. I just forgot. Oh, man. I have to tomorrow. Dawn? Sheldon? Dawn?
All right, so I have the answer, but I'm waiting until
What you get?
178.3.
178.3?
Yes.
All right, hold on to that. Hold on to that. Sheldon? Dawn? Rockstone, asleep. Them gonna sleep for me? All right, let us continue. All right, so Dion, did you get 8,530 for your total? Huh?
Nope.
What you got?
8,915.
All right. Look, tell me if your midpoints were correct. 152, 157, 162, 167,
Mm-hmm.
172, 177, 182, 187.
Yes, sir.
Your frequency 5, 2, 6, 8, 9, 11, 6, 3,
Yep.
760, 340, 972,
No, I
13.
never get 760.
Okay, multiply 152 by 5 and tell me what you get.
Sir, the first midpoint is 229.
229? No, miss. can't be 229 because you start off with 150 and end at 154. So
150 plus 154 is equal to 304. Divide that by 2. Oh, it's 152. Alright, that's where I got it wrong. 152. Alright, so 152. 152.
multiply that by 5 and how much you get?
Favorite saying of Allison is, hands down, this is the best meal I've
I got instead 170.6.
170.6. I know you're correct. So all
Okay.
three of you are where we're supposed to be. I'm not hearing from Sheldon and I'm not hearing from Dawn. You should get your 170.6 and that's your estimated mean. Now, tell me, was that difficult?
Yes, sir.
All right, let me tell you where. Dawn,
Yes, sir.
oh, you just resurrect, so
That we just a come to.
where's Sheldon? When you can't just disappear.
Sheldon.
When you can't just disappear, my promise saying,
Sheldon. Must him not at work.
I don't know. You
Oh,
tell me. All right, so so really and truly, to estimate the mean from the group data is really not difficult. Well, that's what you got down for the answer 170.6.
Yes, sir.
All right. So what I'm happy about, I know Cher wasn't here last week, but she got it. But I'm happy that the others, I'm ecstatic that the others of you got it because I know last week it was when I was presenting this, it was a little rough for you guys. But I'm happy that you got it now.
yep.
Just remember, you have your raw data, you're going to group your data. In this particular case, they gave you the grouped data. From the grouped data, you're going to find a midpoint. They gave you the grouped data and the frequency, I think. Yes, so they
Mm-hmm.
gave you the group data and the frequency. So what you're doing is finding the midpoint, and then you're going to be multiplying the midpoint by the frequency to get your f times x. You're going to add up that sum. You're going to add up your frequency, and you're dividing the f times x divided by the sum. This here represents now the sum of all the observations. Remember, watch me. Let us go back to x bar. We look at the sum of all observations. Remember what we are saying now, is as I explained to you, that the I did not give you the raw data for this. I don't know what the raw data for this question looks like. So what I'm saying to you is that this 152 in our headspace is 5 of 152 that we have. So we have 152 written down 5 times. We have 187 written down 3 times, 162 written down 6 times, 177 written down 11 times, and so forth and so on. All right. So what it is that we're saying is that we are going to be we are going to be multiplying, since we have all of these written down this number of times. It's as if we are adding them. Remember, addition is repeated multiplication. So this here, 561, is really adding 187 three times. If you don't believe me, add 187 plus 187 plus 187 and you'll get 561. This here is having 162 and I'm writing 182, sorry, and I'm writing 182 six times. 182 plus 182 plus 182 six times, and then I'm going to get my 1092. So what I'm doing here is adding all of this, and this here will look like the sum of my x's. So that's what fx is. Fx is reminding you that it's the sum of all x's, as when we're doing the raw data. And the frequency in here now is going to be your n, the number of observations, right? So that's what the frequency is. And in doing that, our estimated mean is going to be 8530 divided by 50 is going to be 170.6. We have 10 minutes. I am not going to rush through. I'm not going to rush through the mode, but I don't have to rush through the mode. I think the mode is pretty easy. All right, let us
Here,
look at,
sir.
yeah?
I'm not home and curfew soon come.
Oh, all right then. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's 10 minutes. Okay. I will stop here. I will stop here. For tonight. I'm gonna send you these notes, and then I'm gonna ask that you just go through in preparation for class on Thursday. I really want to move away from this so I can start looking at a past paper question or past paper questions, because this will be the end of this thing here. And I just get asked that you try as best as possible to just absorb what it is that I'm trying to bring across. Fair enough?
Hmm.
All right. Bless your hearts. Thanks for coming. Peace out. Shireen, I
Yes,
gave
sir.
I gave you your Edicosoft access. I don't know if you got an email, maybe not. And what
No,
I did,
Sir, I'm still waiting on that email, by the
I'm checking. I'll check it.
all right, yeah, I promoted
way.
you. I promoted you from you did a course with me in 2016 thereabout.
Yeah.
So what I did was to use your, is it a Yahoo account you have?
Yes, sir.
Good. I use your Yahoo account. So log into your Yahoo account and the default password is welcome.
Okay.
Your ECC generated email address is not done yet, so you can't use that one to log on just yet. As soon as you get that one, then you just change your email for me. All right?
All right. I will. Thanks, sir.
No problem. Bless up.
You
Gabby,
know
Okay.
what I'm going to do about Educasoft.
what is
Text
what is it? Is it Gabby? Tell me, it's
you
again.
say my credentials are incorrect. And you said it send a permission. I don't see it in either of my emails.
Yeah. I know I did say I was going to send something, but the truth is, me name member. Just stay here so I can share the screen and I can get you. Let me just do a new share.
Sir, are you going to do anything new now?
No, man. You can leave it. It's just Gabby. I'm trying to sort out with the editor stuff.
Okay.
All I would say to you that beyond Sheldon is the only one for those of you who are still here.
Mm-hmm.
Sheldon is the only one outside of Shireen who just got access today, and she don't check it yet because I mean I'm only now telling her that she has access. Sheldon is the only one that has actually completed an assessment, receiving perfect scores. Um, Dawn is the other one that has logged on, but
I know, sir. I need to this
I'm still
weekend.
awaiting. I'm
I
still
have a lot.
awaiting.
I had a lot going on, but I'm gonna try and do it this weekend.
Please, please, please. I wouldn't mind if you could start even before the weekend.
I know I can't promise on them,
Please. We need to get
but
the
I'll
stuff done up.
try.
Please. All right then. You all can leave.
Bye.
But yeah, man. Gabby, you stay with me so I can sort out the editor for you.
I don't want to leave yet.
No problem. You can stay. You can stay with me a little one. I don't have a problem with that one. All right. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
All right. Is it CHURCHILL.GABBY@gmail.com?
Yes, sir.
So I don't understand the problem. I just cannot comprehend the problem. So I am going to go to my profile and I'm going to reset your password and I'm going to go to WELCONE. All right. Do you have a computer near you now, Gabby?
Yep.
All right. Go ahead and log on for me, please.
To my email or the customer?
To any software work from. Do you have an ECC email address, Gabby?
I do.
All right. So just log on for me, please. Once you get on, you need to go and look here. You see where I went a while ago? I went to my profile. So you go to my
Sir,
profile.
log on using the Churchill.Gabby one. What's the password? My password for that email.
No, miss. It's welcome.
Capital W.
Or lowercase.
All right. Sir, I'm on.
I know you had to be on. All right. So you're fine. Dawn, I know Dawn knows how to get on already. What's your, what is going on right here, sir? Yeah, wow. It just logged me out like that? No, no behavior. All right. Yes, I see that you've gone on, Gabby. All right. So go to my profile for me, please, Gabby, and change your
Sir,
personal
I haven't passed all the green ticks.
Do you have all 6 green ticks?
The flash. No, I just enabled the flash. I'm trying to take off the pop-up blocker.
Look in your search bar, and you see a blue box with a red X at the bottom of it. Click on it for me, please.
Yeah. Yes, sir. You were saying click on it? Because I've gone through now.
Share your screen for me, please. Share your screen, please, Gabby.
Are you seeing my screen?
Yeah, somebody kissing or about to kiss.
I didn't hear that.
Never mind.
You seeing my screen, sir?
Yes, I am.
Yes. You can see the editors officer?
Mm-hmm. Did you get all 6 green ticks?
Yes, I have.
You have it?
Yeah.
Alright, go to my profile, please. In the orange box? No. In the orange
Oh,
bar, right, my profile.
so
Click
I need
on,
to change it.
click on, click on edit, middle bottom. Click on change email ID. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Go where email is and go over to the right. Go over to the right, change email ID, yeah? Put in your ECC email, please. Have you?
Not yet. Yes, yeah, it has been changed.
Alright, just close. Alright, go back to edit call.
Click on
Click save down the bottom of the thing, please, on the choose file. And you should be good
it's
to go.
here.
Right, you should be good to go. Bless your heart. Me gone now. All the best to you and down. Bless up and keep safe. Please start.
I wasn't waiting to listen to your talk and Gabby.
Oh, I thought you wanted to keep my company, you say? All right, your turn now, Don. Okay, Gabby, all right now. Are there any other questions, Gabby?
No, sorry, I'm good. It was just Edicasoft.
All right, unshare your screen, please, so that Dawn can share hers now.
I'm going to be.
I can't share anything.
Okay, what?
I want to know how to get onto the ECC email
Oh,
and
no,
the
that is,
Canvas.
okay, all right. I will do me a favor. Oh, Jesus, my phone is giving problems, Dawn. Oh, John. All right, do me a favor.
You want to do it tomorrow?
No, man, I can't do it, that is out of my portfolio. All right,
Okay, so we're going
send me out,
to access the
ICT will have to do it for you. So send me an email because I was assisted somebody to get on. So send me a WhatsApp, please. You see, I won't look at the if you can't send me a WhatsApp no, I won't look at the WhatsApp no, send me the WhatsApp no, because it may be pushed down into the message box and I don't see. Send me a WhatsApp tomorrow morning, just to remind me. So when I get on campus,
all right.
I can just speak to ICT on the matter for you and get everything reset for you. You know what? Hold on. You hold on.
I'm going to think Sheldon accessing is either.
Okay, hold on. Um, your email address still doing a down would be your first name dot last name and your last 2 digits of your email address. I mean your ID number at my.ecc.edu.jm. So hold on, no. DAWN ED no. Dawn EDWARDS WARDS. Email is dawn.edwar. What's the ID number? What's the last two digits of the ID number?
790.
70 at my.ecc.edu.gm. What's the phone number again, Dawn?
413
413
3974.
3974. Department requested is ICTRM online. Message: I am a RETURNI returning student, STUDENT. Who is having a challenge in ACCESSING in accessing CANVAS. Grateful. Why? She is grateful if you could grateful if you could request reset refresh refresh my account ACCOUNT. How long when you graduated? 20 what? 17? When you finish?
20 something. 2014, 2016, yeah, 2017.
I am out of the system SYSTEM since SIN since 2017. All right, so we sent them the information. They will hopefully make contact with you, and I will keep my message box open, so in case they send a message to me, at least whether or not they send a message to me, why I did it now, I can now say one of my students sent you some information last night, so that when they're looking at stuff, they will see it, that you actually sent it, will log, and then no, but still send me the WhatsApp message so that I can work on it for you, right? Hello?
Yes, I will also. And also, I am serious about the letter to my principal.
Absolutely. No, man, I'm serious too. So just
not hearing you.
No, I'm just saying to you, all right, don't tell me over here, because this recording is going to be shared with other students. So do me a favor, just send me a nice little WhatsApp, and just tell me briefly, just briefly give me some instructions in the letter. So it's two things you need to send me. Just give me, so briefly send me something in the letter, because quite frankly, I believe they could give you a scholarship from over there, straight up. All right. So just briefly tell me what it is that you want of me regarding that letter to Bromfield, and also to remind me about the canvas, to follow up with the canvassing tomorrow. So there's two things you're reminding me about tomorrow.
Okay, will do.
Yeah, man. Bless up.
All right, thanks a lot.
No problem. All right.